any member of this family
Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous four-time champs and feel the power!
Are you prepared to kick off Hell in a Cell with the four-time tag team champions?
The following is a tag team Hell in a Cell match and is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship and accompanied by Kofi Kingston at a combined weight of 490 pounds, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions Xavier Woods and Big E, the
Can't say that I'm ever prepared for a man swiveling his hips and playing the trombone on the way to the biggest fight of his life.
This is our first Hell in a Cell match of the night. The New Day actually requested this match to defend their tag titles.
Who would have thought 4 months ago when this rivalry began that it would end once and for all inside Hell in a Cell?
The New Day about to make it evident that the time for fun and games is over.
This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos!
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is going to be like a Chow Hall beatdown.
In every sport, you hear about super teams. Well, tonight, we're seeing two super teams of the modern era. This is going to be special.
Tornado tag rules here, gentlemen. 2-on-2 as Kofi is going to be locked outside the structure.
Pinfall or submission needs to happen in the ring, but we all know this fight's going to go everywhere before that happens.
Here we go, gentlemen. The tag team titles are up for grabs. Final preparations between partners before the action begins.
The cell door is locked. First of two Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. This is the 20th anniversary of this barbaric match. The Usos and the New Day must be prepared for pain and punishment.
Two of the greatest tag teams ever. One of the best rivalries going today. It all comes to a head right now for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
Just battering their opponent.
You didn't refer to this as their power lineup, but having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E, the obvious powerhouse of the group. Woods has that blend of speed and power, making him the most well-rounded superstar for New Day.
What's interesting, though, is this is the lineup that lost to the Usos at SummerSlam. The New Day not choosing Big E and Kofi to beat the Usos a few weeks ago could prove to be costly.
Not a target of the arm. Corey, for as entertaining as the New Day are, they can scrap with the best of them. Remember that.
Look, don't let the booty-os and trombones fool you.
New Day can get down and dirty, especially when they have the Usos pushing them. New Day are prepared for an all-out brawl tonight.
I have a feeling the Usos' objective is to send the New Day to the hospital.
Well, two teams so familiar with each other, some innovation with weapons almost becomes a necessity.
What a punch. Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary.
Our champion is getting rocked a little.
Yeah, as Jimmy was staking his claim with that.
From the top.
Diving headbutt.
No holding back. That's the kind of risk you need to take to earn the title.
Bang! Never saw it coming.
Boom, what impact. So many amazing matches between these two teams. They said it this past week on SmackDown. No matter where we are, we put on a show.
The Usos and New Day have a unified goal to raise the bar of tag team competition, to bring the division to a whole nother level.
You know, in basketball, they talk about super teams. Well, these two teams are the proverbial super teams in WWE.
Shoulders down, to retain. A defiant kick out after one.
Somehow still in this fight. Not down and out yet. Boom, right to the midsection.
From behind.
The Usos and the New Day have had such a back and pin attempt by the champion. Shoulder shoots up before two.
Still gonna take a massive effort to keep him down.
Oh, quick way to respond with a reversal. Shoulders down. Championship on the line. Saving his team from defeat, and he heads back into the ring.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
The champ is in agony here.
The way the cell tests your endurance, your resiliency is no joke.
On the back of the neck. What grace! Float over the... All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, three clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love the trash talk, but they don't.
Has been hooked in.
Kick out and the title fight continues.
He just won't give up. Stunts.
Oh, he tied that counter well. Super kick. Knife. Elbow drop. The champion taking a task here.
Yeah, he's just running on fumes now. Top rope.
Splash.
Will that be enough to win the titles?
Ball uppercut.
That'll knock you silly.
The Usos following the footsteps of many great family tag teams, the Steiner brothers, the Head Shrinkers, who, of course, Jay and Jimmy's own father was a member of.
Would be a very proud moment for the Anoa'i family if the Usos can capture their 5th tag team championship here.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree for Jay and Jimmy. Just a factory of elite specimens come from the Anoa'i blood.
He quickly slides into the ring. It's the drop kick.
Oh, man. Kick to the face. Basement drop kick.
Oh, God. Pin. Come on.
Champ's in trouble. Oh, no, that's more than incidental contact.
And the champ beats the count early.
Look at the look on his opponent's face, Cole. He can't believe it.
Jimmy Uso with a well-timed shot.
Ooh, nasty shot to the throat. Stomping. Ouch.
Drop kick. It hits the mark.
to Jay's offense.
Unloading with an uppercut.
And a heck of a DDT we just witnessed.
Head being targeted again, it seems.
Uppercut.
Whoa, that was a stiff chair shot to the shoulder.
Oh, and would you look at that? He's been busted wide open.
This is not good.
Oh, top rope. Jimmy Uso splash. Innovative offense from the Usos. Could end it all right here. Oh.
Sent out of the ring the hard way.
Jimmy Uso commanding respect from all of the WWE Universe.
Okay, he should really focus on the match now. We get the point. And he's going to the top. Looking to explore every inch of hell here now. Oh! Moving into the ring.
This is where great cardio makes all the difference, helping you stay alive deep into the match. These four men looking to destroy one another.
The champ goes for the cover. And Jay has been taking hits after hits in this one.
How much offense Big E takes doesn't matter. Nothing slows this man's power.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Kick right to the gut.
Oh, what a kick.
Elbow drop.
And his body is still the focus of the attack.
Coming back from the outside now. Oh, shoulder first.
And the ring was shifted. Now a series of vicious stunts.
To the throat. Being carried around now.
He's got something coming. Jey Uso fears no man.
Timed his defense perfectly. Super kick.
What a shot.
Oh, right across the throat. Forearm club.
He's got something in mind.
Boom. Momentum is running away from Woods here.
And the Usos now showing how well they know the New Day.
Familiarity breeds contempt, and the Usos are showing their unfiltered disdain.
Oof. Boom.
Boom.
He gets into the ring.
Ooh.
Float over. Into a DDT.
Fight going right back to the head area.
And this is why you've always got to protect your neck.
Ooh.
I think we're going to see it.
Bloody cross.
Big splash.
Cover, cover, cover.
He got the shoulder up in time.
Still not enough to put him away.
Grabbing a kendo stick. Any connection with flesh will definitely leave a welt.
There's Jimmy Uso landing awkward outside.
Ooh. 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 Ooh.
And Jimmy able to reverse that. Oh. And he comes in under the ropes now.
Oh, man.
Uso.
Uso splash.
The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
With the counter. Jay taking his offense to the top rope.
Top rope. Over the top and that's awkwardly outside.
Are we headed towards a title change?
This is what we've come to expect from the New Day and the Usos. The best tag teams we've seen in the last decade.
We've seen some incredible matches between these two teams this year. This one is no different.
Pin to decide the championship.
Not sure what the plan is here.
He's not ready for this to end.
Ooh, kick right to the gut.
Bringing this back into the ring.
Oh, jumping knee strike. Lights out. Picture perfect drop kick. Running STO plants him.
Nicely done. Ooh, well measured.
Cover. We're going to shut this down.
New Day might be on the verge of retaining. This is insanity.
Did you expect anything less?
Kicks out.
You got to believe that some doubt is creeping into the champ's head.
This just might be more than what the champ bargained for.
Devastating maneuver by the champion.
Oh, my God.
You gotta be kidding me.
Everyone here is in shock.
And there's no smile on Big E's face right now after that kick out. He knows he has to be all business.
Uh-oh, full Nelson. Front face lock applied. It's about to get more painful. Oh, jeez. Take all the wind out of you. That uppercut. Nasty. And Jey Uso looking for support from the crowd.
He can be enjoying the moment too much, giving his opponent a lot of room to recover. Now out of the ring to the confines of the chain link enclosure. He's headed out to the ringside area.
Oh, jarring uppercut.
Chin-breaking uppercut. And so much damage has been done to the head here. I really don't like this, guys.
I'm hoping we'll see a sign of mercy, but I don't know if that'll be the case. Back into the ring now. Evasive maneuvering there.
Usos and New Day going at it inside Hell in a Cell, and Jey Uso set outside the ring, and now the New Day on the attack. Big E, as aggressive as I've ever seen him here tonight. And Xavier Woods now with toys, kendo sticks in hand.
And it's about to get more aggressive, more vicious, more barbaric. I've never seen this vicious of a side from the New Day.
It's what Hell in a Cell does to you.
Oh, now with the kendo sticks, Xavier Woods unloading. Well, you're saying it, Byron. Hell in a Cell makes you do some awful things. Just attempting to survive, attempting to win.
Do whatever you want, punish however you want. Right now, that seems to be the mission statement of the New Day in order to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
And that's what it's about, proving you're the best in one of the most insane environments in WWE today. The New Day have just changed the whole complexion of this match. I don't know if I've seen New Day go to these lengths before.
Well, no time to be a jovial bunch when you're in a cell, Michael. Tonight, it's not about entertainment.
Shoulders are down to retain. Kicking out before the count.
You expect these pins to last much longer at this stage in the match.
Forced to the outside. Not a good predicament to be in.
Talking to Xavier, he told me the one thing the Usos have taught us is that we have to embrace a more lawless culture here in WWE. A more lawless culture in this rivalry.
And that could be the reason the New Day chose to have this match in the Hell in a Cell. It's been such a chaotic rivalry. Therefore, only this kind of lawless match could finally put an end to it for good. And now he gets back into the ring.
Oh, what? This is turning into Swanson Street.
Oh, my goodness. Ouch. No doubt about it. This is just adding extreme insult to injury.
Swing on sight and don't stop swinging till the top rope. Uso splash.
The challenger comes up.
Has the champ pin. Is this it?
He's already done so much damage. What else could he want to do?
And the action has shifted now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell. The roar of this crowd has been building, and they are at a fever pitch right now.
You can feel the anticipation growing with every second that ticks past in this match. Talk about the knee.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring.
Inside cradle.
Oh, look at this small package! Kick out after one from the challenger.
He's still got more left in the tank.
Setting up for something here. Bang! He finds a counter. Uh-oh. Soul kick!
Watch out.
Elbow drop.
Ooh, sharp elbow. The challenger clearing a path to the title.
Boom, what an uppercut.
And Jimmy and Big E slugging it out middle of the ring. This has been a vicious, brutal match between two of the great tag teams today.
Here comes Jey Uso into the fray alongside of his brother.
Bang! Double super kick.
And the Usos now looking for that patented Uso splash from the top rope.
Uso splash! The cover to win the tag team titles, and Woods handcuffs it all, breaks it up.
At the last possible second, Xavier Woods saving this match for his team.
Credit to Woods for his never say die attitude, but Xavier Woods is outgunned right now.
And look at Woods still fighting back.
Yeah, with the handcuffs. Using the handcuffs as a weapon.
That's smart.
And Woods now down. And trying to still fight back. What heart from Xavier Woods.
That Hart may not have much more fight left. Jimmy and Jey back up to the top one more time.
Uso splash in stereo. The cover. The Usos win the tag team titles.
Here are your winners and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos.
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley's, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
Gentlemen, it's glow time!
I got an idea, Saxton. Why don't you glow home?
No, I cannot, Corey.
When asked earlier this week about this matchup, Naomi said it is an honor to be here, an honor to make history, because for the first time ever, a women's championship will be defended in Saudi Arabia.
Naomi certainly has momentum on her side, and as we've seen in recent weeks, it appears as though Bayley has at least a healthy respect for Naomi.
Well, so much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. You think back to Naomi being the winner of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, being the first African-American SmackDown Women's Champion, and tonight, once again, an opportunity to make history in her career.
And gentlemen, when Bayley was asked about this history-making match tonight, she said, of course I'm part of this, because history is made by winners. And I'm going to become a role model for everyone here tonight in Saudi Arabia and for everyone around the entire world.
I asked Bayley her thoughts on this match, and she said, new country, same sheep. Bayley is nothing if not confident headed into this match.
Oh, and everything you just said is indicative of the new attitude, the new personality of Bayley.
Bayley has been SmackDown Women's Champion for a record-setting 279 days. She's won every title available in WWE. The NXT Women's Championship, the Raw Women's Championship, the two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, a Tag Team Champion, a Money in the Bank winner. Bayley's accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beat Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi and a huge pressure on the champion.
What an exciting moment for both of these competitors tonight, but once the bell rings, it's down to business. The SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line.
Championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi. Will Bayley's record-setting reign end here tonight? Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history, and tonight she has the opportunity to make even more history.
And Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
Leg drop!
We've said it time and time again. Naomi, maybe
taking flight.
Body splash.
Shows you how committed this competitor is to winning the title.
Strong forearm.
Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
And a message sent there letting the champion know the kid gloves are off.
A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE. So this isn't necessarily the same Naomi the WWE Universe or Bayley is used to.
And Naomi says that after taking time off, she's better physically and mentally than she's ever been in her career. Oh, she was ready with the counter. Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 200's
taking flight. Look out below!
From ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off. Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
And here we go, returning to the ring. Naomi put a stop to that. Into a spike DDT.
Uh-oh, forearm's gonna cut off the win. Guillotine applied.
She has got to somehow find a way out right now, and she does it.
And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately.
Sunset flip applied.
Not done there. There it is, cinched in.
Is hope fading? Is this how the night will end for her?
Looking less like a question and more.
And she breaks her own submission hold. We don't see that often.
That can either psych out her opponent or come back to bite her.
Boom!
Kick to the body. Bayley's being caught off guard by Naomi. The champ wasn't expecting such a flurry of offense from the challenger.
Oh, my Lord! Bayley showing no answer for the attack.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
Just sent crashing to the arena floor. Looking to go up high.
Perched up top.
Oh, no, went big and pays for it.
Went for it at the wrong moment and paid a terrible... price with that impact on the outside.
And I think it was you, Byron, who asked Bayley if she changed. And she said, I didn't change. I just did what I had to do, and look what I've done.
Well, you're right. Love it or hate it, Bayley's doing what she's had to do by hook or by crook to maintain a stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship. Naomi feeding off the WWE Universe, inching closer to recapturing the championship.
Back of the neck getting worked over. Oh, no, there could be trouble lurking for her with this submission maneuver. Letting go of her hold here.
Maybe she thinks enough damage has been done.
Oh. Byron, you've talked a lot about this change in Bayley and how people can't believe that this is the type of person she's turned into.
Well, it comes down to career frustration. Bayley is frustrated with her career progression. The way things were when she was hugging and smiling.
It's not about frustration, Saxton. It's about realization. Bayley realized she never got the respect that she deserves from the WWE Universe.
Right to the gut. Boot to the gut will stop anyone in their tracks. Drop kick.
On the top rope now. And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the?
I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry. Double axe handle.
Naomi climbs the ropes to a split leg moonsault.
Can the champ recover from that?
Could that be enough to gain the title?
Cover. And we did it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi.
Bayley's stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The Glow era has begun.
Bayley was as aggressive.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Afa and Sika, without the Wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Afa and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Afa and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then, a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Alpha, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Alpha and Sika, and then some.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. And at a combined weight of 603 pounds, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have.
I have a strong feeling this match isn't going to be for the faint of heart.
Well, look, the Dudley Boys may not be all there in the head, but they're easily the most highly decorated tag team in pro wrestling history. They've beaten the best, they've beaten the toughest, and they're ready to come in and beat the wildest tonight.
Both the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are coming into this tables match with something to prove. Who's the best tag team of all time? Who's the more cohesive, brotherly unit?
Who's more savage? Who's more extreme? Gentlemen, we are moments away from finding out the answers to these questions once and for all.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Welcome by Captain Lou Albano at a combined weight of 645 pounds. Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
This tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Alpha and Sika clearly not looking to back down here.
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces, I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the lion's den.
2-on-2 tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudleys' wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
Hama and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train, it's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat. Right across the taking flight. Bam! Headbutt lands. What's he got in mind here?
Headbutt! Oh, what impact!
He's setting his table up, and guys, someone's about to have a really bad night.
Big punch finds its mark.
He's starting to look better.
I'm going to start setting up some tables before this match gets out of hand.
Alpha may be thinking high risk. He'll make his way to the ring. Watch out!
Headbutt from above.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads. Almost like
Into the Samoan drop! Incredible!
The Wild Samoans just completely wrecking the Dudley Boys in there.
headed out to ringside now. What does he have?
Here it is!
Lock. And would you look at that? He just let go of the submission.
Maybe he did the damage he meant to do and has something else in mind.
Tossed without regard.
Placed against the turnbuckles. And he just has to be in indescribable pain.
Yeah, this is troubling. Can only hold on for so long now.
The Dudley Boys came in tonight knowing they had to turn up the dial. Had to match Alpha and Sika's level of aggression. Bubba Ray and Devon know they have to be extreme as they can be.
Yeah, but the Dudleys call extreme, the Wild Samoans just call regular old Tuesday. Alpha and Sika are just a different breed of wrestler.
Look, I don't care who you are. You could be King Kong or a kaiju. It's going to be curtains for you if you're on the receiving side.
And the Dudley Boys remain the kings of the tables match.
Here are your winners, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
And the Dudley Boys tables match supremacy lives on. What a match.
Alpha and Sika really gave it their all, but there's a reason the Dudleys are synonymous with tables, and we just saw why once again.
We know what to expect from the Dudleys in a match like this, but the added factor of the Wild Samoans made...
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior. Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudley's wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley boys. With the famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans through a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley boys' legacy even further.
Hoffa never saw that coming. What a boot! And now he's back into the ring. Oh, boom!
Oh, my gosh!
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo. And we've
Taking flight! Whoa, look out! You gotta be a certain kind of crazy to even think about attempting that kind of offense. But I can't say it didn't pay off. Atlas spot for Bubba Ray. Oh, headbutt right to the shoulder.
That's using your noggin.
wear and tear of this match is clearly starting to get to him.
I think we're about to see a body go through a table real soon. Using the cranium.
Popped up.
Placing him in the corner.
Hoffa and Sika might have just shown us the prelude to the Dudley's demise.
Here it is.
Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done. Twisting, turning.
And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to count.
Oh my God, that table right there. This isn't going to be pretty. And the Dudley boys remain the kings of the tables match.
Here are your winners, Bubba Ray and Devon.
2-on-2 tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley boys taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense.
Oh, the headbutt.
Hoffa and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put the boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat.
And now heading back inside the ring.
Down to Otis and a double axe handle smash.
Now these are obviously two giant tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudley's wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of sky high. Boom.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley boys. With the famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T.
Popped up. Into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
The Wild Samoans just completely wrecking the Dudley. Lift off.
Whoa, what a landing.
Trying to do as much damage as humanly possible.
Uh-oh, stop for the spot.
You know what's coming next.
Yeah, they're locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus on the task at hand and looking to cause some damage by attacking the skull.
Oh! Headlock cinched in and just tossed without regard. He's heading back to the ring.
No count out as he takes things out of the ring.
Like the man once said, get the tape.
Up the rope he goes.
From the heavens. Does the official know?
And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game. Did you guys feel the rumble from that impact? And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the promised land. He's violent. He's strong, he's fast, he's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal chief. He, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's rogue bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question the future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wes Lee.
NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary, all thanks to amazing talent like this man.
Hayes has a look right now. He probably thinks he's getting the night off and another day on his North American title reign.
Well, after what Mello and Trick just did to Wes Lee, who's going to have the guts to step up and take Lee's place?
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again.
We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Mello needs the night off.
Well, Mello talks about wearing the biggest crown in the WWE, but it's Sikoa who sits at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, he wasn't exactly invited to sit at this table now, was he?
We said to expect the unexpected. Is this title match going to happen?
As we say at WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wes Lee to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one-year celebration.
Strong words from Carmelo Hayes before this match saying, quote, heavy is the head that wears the crown, and Mello has the biggest crown and the heaviest head.
Melo has indeed proven worthy of said crown, but he's face to face with a man who has a seat at the biggest table in WWE.
Both men have earned their status thus far, that's for sure.
Solo Sikoa already with the strategic advantage, taking Hayes by surprise and challenging him for the North American title.
And the Street Champ needs to continue to be unpredictable if he wants that championship. He's got two sets of eyes watching his every move, so he needs to outmaneuver both Melo and Trick to succeed.
Sikoa seems to be executing his game plan.
And the power of Sikoa proving too much for Hayes right now.
Did you see Melo's reaction when Sikoa's music hit? Hayes looked like he saw a ghost.
Solo's been saying he got next for the North American Championship, but that was a long time ago. Melo thought Sikoa was in his rearview mirror.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right into the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way. Well, at least momentarily.
And momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship.
Brought back into the ring from the floor now.
Oh, what's coming here? Submission move being applied.
Melo isn't so much for the submission hold. He just lets go.
His grip strength might have run out.
Okay, he should really focus on the match now. We get the point.
Trick Williams cheering on Carmelo Hayes. You cannot deny the impact Trick has had since he joined his childhood friend's side.
Yeah, that decision to bring Trick Williams into NXT 2.0 changed the trajectory of Carmelo Hayes' career. Trick told Melo 12 months ago, forget about pandering to the NXT universe, just focus on yourself. And that was the day that Melo truly became the A-Champ.
We saw Solo Sikoa join the Bloodline just 10 days ago. But this bond between Melo and Trick might be even thicker than blood.
Ouch! That's one way to get your opponent out of the corner.
Carmelo is losing his grasp for this match now.
And it looks like Solo has all the answers for Carmelo at this point.
Shutting that down with the back elbow.
You gotta be impressed by both Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. They've taken NXT 2.0 by storm over the last year.
Yeah, since the shift to NXT 2.0, Melo has spent over 9 months as NXT North American Champion over 2 very long reigns.
And don't forget Solo. Over the last year, he's defeated top NXT names like Santos Escobar, Grayson Waller, and LA Knight.
Yeah, he beat Knight so bad we haven't seen him in months. Maybe we should ask that Max Dupree guy.
Captures the clothesline.
Oh, what a Spanish fly! Great counter. Now the pin for the championship. Kicks out after 1.
Wow, I thought this was over.
That'll turn your lights out. What a main event this has been for the 1-year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
And without this rebranding, Solo Sikoa may have never had the opportunity to show the world what he can do.
And if Solo didn't have this breakout year, maybe his cousin Roman Reigns wouldn't have trusted him enough to be part of the Bloodline.
Hayes now on the offensive.
Around we go with a tilt-a-whirl face buster by Hayes.
Melo didn't miss there. Can he retain?
Caught an elbow to the gut for that effort.
Roundhouse kick. And Sikoa is turning to the crowd for assurance. Overhead. Set all the way to the outside.
Trick Williams has been quite the difference maker for Carmelo.
From the top.
All the way down to the floor.
That misstep could have cost them this match entirely.
A hard landing for sure.
And he slides him back to the mat.
Launching.
Diving headbutt. Big elbow.
Just using their foot as a weapon.
So ruthless.
Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. Ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now
What?
Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends.
Ooh.
First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
What a spinning solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours.
And clearly some targeted offense coming his way there.
Going after your opponent's head is brazen, but very effective.
Down in a hurry.
Great flurry of offense from Solo.
This brutality is Sikoa's trademark.
Hits the spinning Solo.
Sikoa just absolutely laid waste to Melo. Can Solo win the title? From the top.
Oh, Samoan splat from Solo Sikoa.
We might be moments away from crowning a new champ. Winding up.
Samoan spike.
We might see a new champion crown.
Makes the cover.
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa.
Solo is your new champion. And is the North American title now going to SmackDown? This has to be the most...
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. But I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand.
Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own. But that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table. the Tribal Chief, the man who is blessed by the gods of sports entertainment.
Corey, on SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield.
The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking and his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
It's been interesting watching Reigns throughout these introductions, muttering to himself at times. Honestly, Rollins seems to be in Roman's head. Bell rings and the WWE Universal title is on the line. Roman Reigns, over 500 days as Universal Champion, but nobody has been in his head like his old brother-in-arms, Seth Rollins.
Well, Seth freaking Rollins tore that brotherhood apart 8 years ago, and we can now see that the Tribal Chief never truly recovered from that night.
Well, speaking of family, the Usos have been banned from ringside, and last month, Roman fired Heyman from the bloodline. So right now, the head of the table needs to win without any allies by his side.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
Trapped in the corner, no escape from these punches.
Oh, shoulder to the gut.
You want to wear your Shield gear? You want to play mind games with the head of the table, Seth? This is what you get. Be prepared for the wrath of the Tribal Chief.
He's heading to the outside. Better watch for the referee's count.
Right to the kidneys from behind. The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half, but Braun Strowman, Rey Mysterio.
The champ is pinned. We might have a new champion here. Kick out at one.
He's still in this.
Reigns cuts him off.
Taking head over heels.
Oh, barrage of elbows raining down. Just going all out with every blow.
Kicks to the cranium of their opponent.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make it from the top.
You gotta be kidding me.
I can't believe what we just saw.
I can't believe that didn't miss.
Holy, meet the barricade. Sent straight into the barricade.
I don't know what he's got in mind heading to the floor here.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
The ref continues to count. Real risk of things ending right now.
Roman has taken a moment to soak it all in. Kick to the gut.
Dragged around into a neck breaker. The stop has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Reigns has identified the target. Stands perfect execution from the champ.
Calculating the next move here. Right down. Has to put away out of this.
And Roman Reigns demanding acknowledgement from the WWE Universe.
And now he's going to the top rope. From the top.
All the way to the outside. Completely throwing self-preservation out the window.
I don't know how your mind would even think about doing that.
From the top.
Diving double axe handle. Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact.
Just like that, Rollins dodges. I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
Wow! Seth Rollins desperately needs to figure this out.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman. Right to the spine.
Rollins being put into the guillotine. This is the biggest danger Seth has faced. Wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
Reigns with a Superman punch.
Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his... Here we go.
Coming down with incredible force.
Roman cannot be stopped here.
The power and rage of the tribal chief is just over.
Here comes Reigns. Spear. That could be enough to continue the reign.
Mounting their downed opponent and firing off a series of blows. And a stomp to the gut.
Reigns, Rollins, both men are waging an epic battle.
For years, these Shield brothers would go town to town and beat the competition to a pulp.
And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the tribal chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission move locked in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap here? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Well, he makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long.
Well, the oxygen slowly circulating through Seth again, but I feel it's just a matter of time. The fun and games Rollins has been... playing has pushed it. Tribal Chief past his boiling point.
Oh, scattered that one.
And Seth is finally able to mount some resistance with that.
This could be the moment he was waiting for. Oh! Stiff shot to the abdomen.
Stomping away, and then a knee right to the throat. Oh, he had that scattered. Caught the punch, but there's been a lot of damage to the head.
Come on, guys. What are we doing here? We got to end this thing. Championship retained. On the money with a Superman punch.
Finish things off. There's the spear by the Tribal Chief. Cover.
And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exercised the ghost of the Shield.
It looks like a huge weight has been lifted from the shoulders of the Tribal Chief. Roman may never forgive Rollins, but now he can forget him.
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the Tribal Chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking.
I'm the chief now!
Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new Rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's Rogue bloodline, no honorary uses? It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine who is the real bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only bloodline. This is where the Bloodline's legacy and the Bloodline's future is in your hands.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The first member to enter will come from the advantaged team. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins! The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The Bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original Bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso!
This man and the rest of the original Bloodline is under attack. The new Bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new Bloodline.
The original Bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new Bloodline are destroying what was built.
Well, this conflict was unfathomable until now. The new Bloodline is ready to hunt.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob.
The new Bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG Bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty.
We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice in his eyes.
And he's looking to make his name at the expense of the old guard of the Bloodline.
The OG Bloodline have never faced a threat like this.
The island of relevancy is no more. The OG Bloodline is fighting bloodthirsty savages who will feast on whatever they can.
There will be no hesitation in pulling the trigger, and the OGs have got to match that ferocity.
Here we go. First 2 combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions in just a matter of minutes. Effective counter. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman. from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Sky high.
Oh, man.
Bam! Hand and elbow. An impressive sequence from Jay.
Jacobs being cut off at every pass.
Able to capitalize on Jacob Fatu's mistake. Float over.
Float over. Nice. DDT.
Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
A lot to prove from the new bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think that... Blast off! Oh, and a diving Hurricane Rana. You've solidified your name as a top athlete when you're able to pull off that move. Point of the elbow, nailed it. Oh, man! Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table. Called himself the tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Romans, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
Oh, perfect kick.
Kick right to the gut.
Kick and an uppercut.
And slamming their opponent's face to the canvas.
Things will get back to an even playing field with the next entrant. He tosses him over and into the other ring.
Tonga Loa now entering the fray of Bloodline War Games. Catches an uppercut.
If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than War Games.
Uh-oh. Flapjack! Way up there.
Shoved into the ropes and attacking the lower back. With a series of forearms.
OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief. Top rope.
But now here's Jey Uso.
Jey nailed all of it.
Ooh, he fends that off. Countdown's on and get ready because this will give one team a greater number of combatants. And Jey reverses.
Oh, what a headbutt.
On the mark. Here's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new bloodline in War Games.
He's carrying some serious equipment into the cage with him, ready to fully exploit the numbers game.
Brainbuster! 8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jey, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo Squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later.
Climbing up the War Games steel structure. Better be careful.
Face first. Trampling the opposition. Top rope.
And it's Jey.
Crucial moment for Tonga Loa.
Will he get on with it already? This is a fight. Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. His top rope. We're going to finish it off. Tama Tonga looking to get wild inside War Games alongside his bloodline.
Jacob Fatu's able to dodge that.
Found an opening and turned it into a bulldog. Looking under the ring for reinforcements.
He is leaving nothing to chance with these even teams. He's making sure to add any weapon at his disposal.
Just bashing them with that hammer. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member knew Hammer is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
And guys, this is what War Games is all about.
Is that all she wrote for Tonga Loa?
Put into the corner. What could be next? Oh, you can hear the echoes of that trash can to the skull.
Suplex.
Than main event after that one. You can almost feel the intensity coming from Tama Tonga on that attack. The thunderous forearm to follow.
And walking through the structure door, this is where nightmares become reality.
Big impact off the neck breaker. Someone hold the roof down because I think it's coming off the hinges.
What an atmosphere. An insane amount of adrenaline must be coursing through these competitive veins. Top rope.
And looking at Jey Uso.
Jey Enders.
I think that's confident.
Over. That could put Tama down for good. DDT.
Sledgehammer to the body. This is not for the faint of heart.
And the focus of the attack continues to be the head.
It's a very effective target in the long run.
Sledgehammer in the midsection will knock the wind out of you.
The WWE Universe is absolutely on fire right now.
I can barely hear it.
Nasty boot by Sammy. Has Sammy ended it there?
Tyler's laying out with his next competitor will equalize things inside the cage. Another vicious attack to his head.
That's the kind of offense that could ruin your whole balance.
And a stop to the gut, too.
At this stage, he's endured plenty of big attacks.
And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games.
He's looking fairly Uso and Jimmy Uso.
Repeated hits like that are going to add up very quick. Plenty of damage being dealt here. Uso, Jimmy Uso splash.
Is that...
Jimmy with a cause for alarm.
Landing a big hit with that hammer.
Driven down with flapjack.
That just knocked him a bit off balance.
Roman just solidifying his position at the top with that kind of offense. Look at this, just unloading.
And that was an expert going forward again. And looking at Jacob Fatu.
Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
between the rings. Nothing good ever happens there.
And there was some force on that move. This match is getting the better of him.
Yeah, he's absolutely in danger. Garland take down, shoulders down.
Keeps his team alive. Play safe.
So call off.
Spinning solo.
Sammy isn't going to like what's about to come his way. And he's got cartoon birds swirling over his head right now for sure.
All these attacks, he's going to end up with...
Schoolboy! Shoulders are down!
Kick out just before two.
You gotta be kidding me.
Here we go. And now looking even worse for wear.
Taking so much offense. You gotta worry about the lingering effects. Nice job dodging contact there.
Got flipped upside down there.
Stop it.
Smash. Rearing way back. Here's the cover. Solo for the win. And now here's Jimmy Uso. Oh, that hurt right in the kidney.
Golly.
That's a well-targeted attack to the body.
Sit down. Slam.
Take a moment to get pumped off of this crowd's incredible energy.
Loving blow. His body has to be racked with pain. Super kick. Good night. Reigns' position at the head of the table being challenged there.
Intense offense, as always, from the enforcer.
Going for the 3 count.
Oh, wow. Made the save there.
That could have been it. He's going for the pin. And looking at Jacob Fatu. Sami Zayn with a bang boom.
Zayn has this wrapped up. It seems like his head might be the target.
Nasty elbow shot. Trying to create separation. Disturbing him. European uppercut. Making his way to the top here. Perched up top. Now scaling the War Game structure.
This is not going to end. Uso splash.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
And further punishment getting aimed at the skull here.
It's a good target. Damage done there is felt throughout the entire body.
And targeting the leg there. You can see all the brutality of the original Bloodline.
Shoulders down.
He comes to the rescue for his team. Now, Jimmy.
Super kick. A double super kick. Climbing up the wall now, and he's got some crazy eyes.
Uso. Oh, man.
We're going to finish it.
Superman punch by the Tribal Chief.
That hurt right in the kidney.
We've already seen a few blows land above the neck.
Thomas looking around.
Tonga setting it up. Here it comes.
Tumbling into the metal floor. Not a...
Oh, my goodness. Unreal athleticism from Jacob Fatu. Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
And Jay took a solid hit that time.
Sending him all the way over to the next ring.
Smash. And no one.
That's uncalled for. Oh, blow.
And Sandy in a penny predicament. And looking at Jacob Fatu. Gets there. Teammate makes the save.
Up and...
Oh, knee right to the spine.
To the sky. Oh, no. Driving down with the sledgehammer.
And taking even more damage to his head here. He might want to start protecting.
Man, earth-shattering.
Will Jay take advantage?
What a headbutt on the mark. Both wrists captured.
Does Jimmy have any fight left?
And Solo's team takes it.
which version of the Bloodline is superior? Well, there's your answer. Solo's crew prevailed inside War Games.
These four men are true family. Each of them fought with that same bit of hunger.